All right, hello and welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. Let's clear the air. All right, fantastic. Hi everybody. Hi ladies, children of God, priesthood. You give me life. If you're new here, this is the priesthood. If you hang out with us, you're going to become a high priest or a high priestess. That's what's going to happen to you if you keep hanging out here. All right, so it's not a game. Let's bless the cards. We dedicate ourselves in this conversation with the ancestors and with the Creator to generating the energy of peace, bringing clear our creative potential and seeing behind what appears to be obstacles, things clearly as they are. We call forth accurate answers, accurate interpretations of those answers, and the wise and skillful application of the guidance that we receive here today. By the way, bless the earth. Anybody? We're adding the earth to our conversations going forward. All right, that's what I get. That's what I got this week. Okay, let's find out what the ancestors want to discuss. What is critically important for us to know this week and work on this week? Ancestors, or pay attention to. Get off on your floor. This week, the ancestors and the Creator. Thank you, Creator, for your divine grace and blessings. Say this. Work on this week. OMG, calm the fuck down. Okay, that's pretty simple. That's pretty simple. Calm the fuck down. All right? What occurs to me is, why should I? Okay? How can I? All right, so I don't know. And this is also something possibly that you're observing. 99.9% of your problems would be better handled if you simply calm the fuck down. Okay, good enough. I get it. All right, so that's the point. Okay, that's the point of how can I and why should I? That's right there, because 99.9% of your problems will be easier to solve, essentially, if you calm the fuck down. I think that's fair enough. I think that's fair. All right, we do talk about that a lot here. That's what we should be working on this week. And I suspect that from that, there'll be some major problem solving, or certainly the process will, become more smooth in your experience of it. Okay, so yeah, I get the sensation that it could be uncomfortable or irritating or annoying, or someone else is irritating and annoying, and you should calm the fuck down about that. That happens. Could you give us a little more insight on specifically what are you talking about, ancestors? Creating? Well, we're talking about this right here. Losses. Losses are not defeat. Right. It is what it is, people. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. It is what it is. We're going to, I'm sure some new juice is going to come out of this. We're going to get some new juice out of this because, right, of course, loss is not defeat. We know this. Is there somebody who doesn't know this? This is probably something you're observing. That's what I'm going to go ahead and guess, because I'm just, it's not materializing for me in terms of like, who doesn't know that? The children of God don't know that? No, the children of God know that. You must be observing this, okay? Or the high functioning, high ranking children of God know this. And that is not to say anything about those children who are not high ranking. That is just simply to say, you don't have those problems, right now at this moment, kind of thing. All right. So, calm the fuck down. Loss is not defeat. Okay. Right. Everybody. All right. Let's go deeper. Why is this important, and why is it relevant to us, those of us who already know that loss is not defeat? Who thought loss was defeat? Anybody? Okay, you must be observing this. Or someone feels loss. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. I got to put this card back. Something has got you under pressure, or somebody is under pressure. Or there's some sort of pressure contest. I don't know if there's a pressure contest. Okay, I know on my floor, I think somebody is trying to initiate a pressure contest. So I don't know if that's going on your floor. That is a thing. That is a thing. What's the connection between these two cards? What's the significance to the children of God here today? The significance is this. Oh, God. Okay, God is putting the spotlight on it. Uh-huh. Calm the fuck down. Loss is not defeat. God's grace. All right, well, let's go on. Let's go on. I'm going to leave that there. Let's let God just sit right there. All right? Right over everything, right? Fantastic. Break it on down. Something you want or something that someone wants. The truth. Okay, so we got two aces. The truth hurts. The truth hurts. God is revealing a truth and it hurts. Calm down. Okay, God sounds like me now, right now. Or, you know, okay, you get it? Even though I sound like God, you know, God, okay. So, right? Because I'll be like, calm down, or I'll say something that freaks you out, and then I'll be like, calm down, won't you join me, right? Absolutely. So that's what God is doing right now. God is like, loss is not defeat, you know, or whatever. I don't know what you're losing. What's the loss? Oh, let's just keep going. Justice. Look, justice will be done. Oh, something maybe that was lost. I don't know at what point in time that might have been true for you, but this could be something of the past. Okay, all right. That's hitting me in the head right now because I don't know. On your floor, is old shit coming up like from the past? You dig it? That you're like, that's the past, you know, kind of thing. That's like way in the past, you know what I'm saying? But it was still like kind of a unpaid debt. Let's call it an unpaid debt. Let's call it that. It could take many forms, obviously, but there's some sort of unpaid debt that you charged off, children of God, to the Universal Collection Agency. Right. Okay. So that's what the creator was like. Remember that old account that you charged off? Okay, we about to get the accounts receivable on that. All right, look like here. Look, with the Ace of Wands energy. Passion, passionate pursuit, passionate new beginning, focus, drive, you know, desire. Get off on your floor. Here's the Ace of Swords, telling the truth, putting it down. I get that it hurts. Somebody's desire hurts someone. OMG, calm the fuck down. Your desire might be hurting you. Let me see. Right? It would be better handled if you calm down. Before you do anything, calm down. Try it. So experimenting. Are you butthurt about something? Somebody is butthurt about something. Calm the fuck down. Are you afraid? Calm the fuck down. Or maybe somebody's afraid too. I don't know. Calm the fuck down. Is the house on fire? Okay, well, get out of there. Call 911 and then calm the fuck down. That's interesting. Let's go on. All of that for nothing, going round and round in your head. It's coming to nothing, and or something is mind-blowing. I suspect that there's many layers on that. All of those things could be true about, you know, the same situation. Mutual respect is lost. A relationship is lost. Love is lost. You know how people say no love lost? Perhaps love is lost. Because love do get lost sometimes. It really do. So, abundant future. Oh, is this your money? Was your money lost? Hello? As in somebody took your money? Because loss is not defeat. This is a taking energy, you know? It's like an abrupt loss or a Yeah, it's abrupt. It's terse. Anybody know that word? Oh my God, they made us learn that, I think, in like 5th grade. You know, remember vocabulary, you guys? Okay, anyhow. Abundant future, bloodline legacy, inheritance. The bounty of the oceans, pearls of wisdom, I want to say. I want to say pearls of wisdom. Did somebody steal your pearls of wisdom? Oh, that's my floor, people. Absolutely. Did somebody steal your pearls of wisdom? Don't worry. God said there's more where that came from. Yemia, could you give the children of God some more pearls of wisdom to give out? Okay. Yeah, I don't know who stole your pearls of wisdom. All right. But I get the sensation that it's not stole from you in the sense of, I don't know, maybe they jacked you. Maybe they jacked you quite directly. Okay, I don't know. But I was getting the feeling of somebody like sneaking into your drawer, you know, like sneaking around the back and stealing it, and you find them stolen. Okay, but of course there's many layers. I don't know. Maybe they just walked up on you and it's like, yeah, break yourself out. I don't know what they did. Okay, I don't know. But it has something to do with the abundant future. I don't know if they purposefully didn't want you to have an abundant future. Doesn't say that yet. Doesn't, specify that. But it just simply affects your abundant future, theoretically. Except for the fact that, God is here and God will replenish this abundance because with the justice card, that's why. Okay, let us move on. Yes. All of that for nothing. Tower. I get that somebody is trying to stop you from doing something. But that still like racks my brain because who fucking cares? I mean, I say from this remote perch, in real life, you might care. You might really care. But ultimately, I'm looking at math, so just get that in perspective. By the way, the safety directions are down below. If you're new here, please review the safety directions that are down below for best results. So I'm getting the sensation that when I'm looking at the math, fuck these people, whoever wants to stop you or whatever. Like, really? Like, why are you even mentioning that to me? God, creator, ancestors, I mean, obviously they're mentioning it for a reason. We all know that. And that's, that's part of my understanding too. But I don't know. I'm just happy to ignore these people's complete existence. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Get off on your floor, come up with your own opinion. But that's where I stand on the mathematics. It is what it is. You are the pearl producer. You are the wisdom keeper. How they gonna steal your pearls? All they gonna do is get smarter and realize they fucked up. That's all they gonna do. You'll be fine. Abundant future. God, justice is the law. Just saying, I mean, maybe in real life for you, or I should say in 3D life for you, because the devil is in the details, you know what I'm saying? And then that's where the emotional connection will come from. But I'm feeling so emotionally detached from this information right now, I gotta tell you. So interpret the reading as a dream. What the oracle has to tell you is for you. Get off on your floor, all right? Favorable outcome. Oh, commitment. Is somebody into another relationship or somebody is, you see what I'm saying? Who cares, right? Okay, no, they're talking about it. It's meaningful. All right, so let's all humble ourselves. If anything like me, let's all humble ourselves and try to hear what they're saying about this person who I'm going to guess is not really a factor for you. And, maybe it's like the never-ending story, like you're reading the story and then it's playing out in real life. As you're reading it, you're reading yourself in the story. You're reading the other characters in your life. And the book is telling you, what's happening and what's about to happen. That's the sensation that I'm getting, because the truth hurts. Maybe I might say something in this reading to achieve that. And it didn't even happen until this reading happened. Do you feel me? Hello? Hello? Okay, so let me tell you, side note, what I've been studying lately. I've been studying chaos theory. And I've been studying the butterfly effect. You guys, I mean, I know we've watched that movie in life. If you haven't, it is a must. If you consider yourself a deep person, you want to stay on top of things, watch that film again, because I haven't seen it in over 10 years. So, you get that, I know what that's about. I saw that. But now look at it with your brand new eyes, and the little details and how they play out. Things that are said, things that are unsaid in the movie. It's deep. It's fucking crazy. Anyhow, this is what this makes me think of and feel like: chaos theory, butterfly effect. Somebody might have did something, and then it had an exponential effect. As time passed, it got to be a bigger and bigger and bigger problem. It got to be a bigger chasm. You dig what I'm saying? Between right and wrong, between on target and off target. And here's the truth hurts, like sword in the ground, like this is the spot. And plus it forms a crossroads, so center of the crossroads. And I get the sensation somebody woke up here with the sun, enlightenment, illumination. Somebody woke up and realized they were way across the galaxy from the truth, from the spot, from the destination, or from the relationship, from the union, from the love, if love was lost. You dig what I'm saying? Something's over. I feel like somebody is realizing that something is really over. I don't know. I still find it strange. There's something strange about it. I don't know. It doesn't really tell me why it's strange here. Why would it be strange? Like, okay, like I was saying earlier, like, okay, who doesn't know the loss is not defeat? Who doesn't know to calm the fuck down, and that makes problem solving better? Not that you can pull it off because it's that simple. Not that it's that easy because it's that simple. But it is that simple. It's not something you don't know. It just might be something you can't easily pull off. Like that makes some kind of sense. Something, whatever this situation is for you that I'm describing, there's something strange about it. Like why they feel that way, or how they just woke up after all this time, or how now it matters, but before it didn't. It's something strange about it to you. You know what I'm saying? It's something, and you feel detached. You feel detached from it. That's the sensation that I get, because something you're observing is the sensation that I get. Even though we can pull these pearls of wisdom out and we can use this wisdom and apply it for when we do feel that emotional attachment and that loss, and we can use that, but I'm just not picking up on the children of God are doing this. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody who found themselves askew. They might not be like pure evil, but they found themselves askew from the path. Okay? And God is showing them this, and I suspect so are you. And that's why they're in your life, or whatever. That's what they're doing there. For you to tell them, hey, over here, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's the status, but you're over there and they're way the hell over there, is the sensation that I'm getting. And they're way over there wherever there is. They're way over there, it looks like, because they decided here to be way over there. Real hard, look like they decided. Okay, with the Ace of Wands. That's drive, passion, right? We talked about all that. Focus. They was going way over there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting the sensation of, why would I be hype? Because you're off path. You're off path. I'm good, says the children of God. I'll be right on path whenever you decide you need to find the path again. I'll be on it. So if you see me, you know what to do. You feel me? Like, not necessarily that they have to interact with you, but you know if you can locate me and you can see me, then you know the path. Yeah, we don't have to talk. You dig it? I mean, or maybe you do have to talk. I don't know. What is the status of this relationship for you? Or what is the nature of the relationship for you? It's 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 big. Whatever the relationship is, it's significant. Let's say that. It's significant. Something you were committed to, a partnership, business partnership, love, whatever. Whatever. The kids could be the kids, relationship with the kids, you know, bloodline legacy, inheritance. You know what I mean? So facing your fears. I get the sensation you faced your fears, and that's why you get justice. That's why you get the abundant future. Okay, so this is taking me back to being the GOAT, right? Because that's what we was learning. New people, go a few readings back. If you trying to change your life forever and make it fly and be a badass in this universe, you should go back a couple of readings, all right? Check out the one right before the GOAT, we call these things thumbnail, all right? Look for that thumbnail with the GOAT, and then go to that reading before so you can understand the GOAT. Okay, cool. So, wham, okay, so we're the GOAT, so we faced our fears. This is, I feel, a casual reference to that. And that's what ensures, like, you stayed on the path. Something happened, you calmed down. I feel like you were in this position, or we're facing these situations, or, all right, have I made my point? You were facing this. It's the same as somebody who you find it to be strange at their response to it. Well, I did it and you was cool with it, but now you have to do it and it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do that work? That sort of thing, right? So that's what the creator is pointing out here. The creator is like, the justice was dependent on your facing of your fears. You're standing up. I want to say standing up for the law. Okay, standing up. This is the ancestors, all the weapons that are the ancestors, protecting her, having her back, supporting her. This is also being supported by the earth, bloodline legacy, abundant future, being supported by the earth, justice. So, okay, so if somebody stole your money, let's go to that. Somebody was trying to create a tower. I get the sensation for you. And it was the butterfly effect. They changed everything. Tower, abrupt and sudden change right here. Abrupt and sudden change. If they wanted to, I don't know, win, I don't know. Like I said, I was sensing a contest energy. I don't know why. If this is a relationship, why there would be a contest energy that is significant enough to show up in my reading. You know what I'm saying? Because, hello? Guess who's not fucking interested? Okay, I'm just, side note, even though I'm interested in finding out what the ancestors have to say, and whatever they say is important, I'll just take their fucking word for it. You know what I mean? But, all right. So, sorry, don't pick up on my energy if it's bringing you down. Okay, don't worry about it. Leave it right there. Okay, leave it right there. Just observe. Okay, calm the fuck down, won't you? All right, fantastic. I get the sensation, though, that had somebody stayed on the path, it would have been favorable outcome, whatever the path is for the situation. Balance, justice, law, the pearls of wisdom, bloodline legacy, whatever the legacy is. If they would have stayed along there, maybe focused on that, or meeting their obligation to that, because that could be 1,000 things, right? So get off on your floor. Favorable outcome, well seated. Somebody wasn't well seated. It was determined, though, with the chaos. You see what I'm saying? The chaos theory. They had a chaos theory. I get the sensation. Somebody had the chaos theory about you and they wanted to create chaos for you. And what they did was they fucked up their own divine grace and blessings that could have been for them in the situation or in life. It's a spectrum. Get off on your floor. If it was a small thing, then obviously it's not going to be devastating. You're not going to go to hell, and shit like that, But because loss is not defeat. So even whoever it is that's feeling lost, they'll get over it. They'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? They'll be all right. They certainly left you to be all right when you had to face your fears and become the GOAT. Right. So maybe that's why I don't have no, I want to say sympathy. But I don't exactly know what the fuck I'm referring to. I don't know what this situation is for you. But I get the sensation of, yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? Right. I had to do it, now you got to do it. What's the problem? Says the scales of justice. What's the problem? Right. Says Lady Justice, who's blind. She can't see the difference. She can't see no reason why you should be exempt from the scale. Right. No, Justice is blind. I don't see no reason why. Ain't nothing about you. You ain't gonna be cute enough. You ain't ugly enough. You ain't tall enough, old enough, young enough. You ain't black enough or white enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't nothing enough to avoid these scales. There is nothing that can save you from these scales, says Lady Justice. Hello? Anybody? Right. That's the ladies right there. That's the spirit of the mother right there. Look. Spirit of the bloodline. The bloodline legacy. No one is getting around karma, says women. Anybody? Met women? Right. Ladies, tell them. Please. Hell hath no fury. We can calm down about that. You know what I'm saying? Loss is not defeat. Somebody thought they were stealing something from you. Hell hath no fury. They can't outrun this. You got a runner? They can't outrun this. You know what I'm saying? It was charged off to the universe. It's out of your hands now, ladies and gentlemen. It's out of your hands. So now that's what I mean by something is really over. Meaning, not that this necessarily the last time you want to see that person, speak to them, or even love them, make love to them. I don't know. It depends on where you are in the spectrum and what's the nature of the relationship, okay? But the bottom line is, whoever they are, did you pay? You paid your justice? That's why you get an abundant future? Because you stood up for justice and the law? And you stayed on the path, here, at the spot. You dig what I'm saying? Center of the crossroads on the facts. You stood on facts? Right. It's called mathematics. Right. You could depend on math. All right? Intuition is real fluid. Math ain't fluid, though. You feel me? Math ain't fluid. You got to do it all. Got to get it all done. Okay? Absolutely. So, it's easier to do such when you calm the fuck down. Maybe somebody wanted to make you hype so you couldn't solve a problem. And you solved the problem. I'm going to guess by calming the fuck down. Here. You just got your baseball bat. It was like, oh, yeah, there's an enemy at the door. Or there's a threat. I want to say threat. Because you don't know who's at the door in this card. You making sure whoever's at the door, you got something for that ass. Look like here. In this picture. Do you feel me? Okay. Even though this is a little cupcake right here. She got a crossbow for your ass. Hello? She got a pot. Whatever she gonna do with the pot. Okay, so she creative. Because I don't know. I don't know what you do with the pot. Okay, but... And then some kind of baseball bat. And that's not what it is. But, that's how you could use it. See? She's creative. Okay, so... Okay. And you stood up. So... bearing a loss. I want to say you stood up bearing a loss, maybe meaning that you took the loss is what I'm getting out of that. You took the loss. And that's why it's significant that you still got up or you still stood up. And that you're still going to have an abundant future or having an abundant future. That you're still blessed by God. You still a child of God. Justice. You feel me? Justice. Or maybe this was the devil trying to get you. I don't know that for sure, but I'm just saying, in that instance, on that side of the spectrum, he did not get you, and he's like, damn, mister, and then you made it into the abundant future, you know. So all of that whoever was doing against you, children of God, was all for nothing. It was wasteful. It was wasteful because you forge ahead passionately without missing a step. You feel me? And then for somebody, the tower falls. Once you cross the threshold, cross the finish line, or maybe it's true that you're in a relationship. Maybe that is a significant thing. And that relationship will be abundant, and maybe somebody was determined to stop you from having a divine union. Okay? I don't know that this is a devilish thing. I don't see that. But it does feel like that was the frequency somewhere. All right? Let's get a segue. For the YouTube people, shout out to the YouTube people. It's about to go down on Patreon. Won't you join us over there? For the YouTube people, sum it up and wrap it up and give us a nice bridge to cross into Patreon. Here's the bridge. Wham. Okay, somebody, okay. Okay, the first layer is somebody wanted to go for what they passionately wanted, but what they passionately wanted is no longer available. Or not really available, or excuse me. Go on. Right? Passion. Truth. It makes me feel like somebody has passion for something or someone else. That's the sensation that I'm getting. So for instance, if somebody did something to you because they feel a certain way about something you did that was completely legitimate and you were well within your rights to do, because justice, that's why. That's a part of the strangeness that, you know, from the children of God side. Like, why is that a problem? You know what I'm saying? Why would that be a problem? Whatever this is, right? So I'm getting the sensation that once they decided that something was true, they did something to create the chaos theory, to trigger the chaos theory. They tried to change something in the timeline, change something in the, you know, in the Akashic records, and created the butterfly effect. And now they're on an alternate timeline, living a different life than the one they wanted to live, with a different person and a different set of people, or, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. Like, oh no, I was supposed to be over there with the abundant future and the powerful partnership and the, you know, the well-seated, you know, partner, or the favorable outcome, getting what I want, you know, or being chosen, or chosen by this person. Okay, get off on your floor, right? Yeah. It's like somebody had their mouth all fixed for some orange juice and there wasn't nothing but a swallow in the container. Shout out to Harlem Nights, for those of you who know. All right, so you feel me? Like you was all geared up for some shit. I get a geared up, you know, and then it's like wah wah, and I don't mean to trivialize it, because that doesn't feel good, no matter what that happens about or when that happens, right? So I'm not saying nothing to that. I'm simply saying it's strange. It feels strange. Like, why do you have a problem now? Or you so in love, let's say, it doesn't necessarily have to be about that, but often, right, in situations like that, if somebody is so in love, but then they turn around and do something so foul and grimy to you, and you're like, you do whatever you do about it, that's just, And they be acting like, like they're losing something, like they're being victimized. You know what I'm saying? Anybody? You feel me? And you're like, why the fuck are you mad? You know what I'm saying? It's strange. So this is what gives me a geared up, and then it didn't go, and then somebody thought they would create chaos. And that just shows that it was all about them in the first place. You see what I'm saying? It was all about them in the first place. It wasn't really love. And that doesn't mean they don't feel tender feelings for you. That just means that when it comes to love, they have no idea what they're doing. And that is not to say that they're bad or terrible because of that. It's just unfortunately true. Ace of Swords. The truth sometimes hurts. Nobody likes that. No one. So I'm not judging. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. So let's go further. Also, okay, so to you, child of God, what I think is whatever they did to create chaos, to create the tower, because I'm going to guess it created some kind of tower. Because I got that whole, okay, I took a turn, now your turn. So like, okay, I handled the tower. I stood up to the tower. Now you handle this tower. Because I'm about to close your account and charge it off to collections. They'll take care of it. We don't need to discuss it any further. Then it's like, like, oh, you thought it was a game? No. We play for real around here. You dig what I'm saying? Like, there's real consequences. There's no backsies. There's real consequences for your actions. The butterfly effect. Chaos theory. You playing with the universal forces. Right. Loss is not defeat because we all have an opportunity to come and return to the path. No matter how long it takes. You feel me? But children of God, I suspect you got right on the path. I suspect you never really was off the path. They might have knocked you, down or knocked you to the side or grabbed you or snatched you off the path. But you wasn't far. You was like, no. Okay, let me get back on my path. I got someplace I need to be. Okay? Loss is not defeat. Have you been delayed? That's another thing. That could be a loss. Time. Energy. All of that's coming back, people. Okay, whatever it is you lost, money, time, energy, people, love, whatever. It's coming back right here. Abundant future. Because meanwhile, as you were saying, is the sensation that I'm getting here in terms of the abundant future and the bloodline legacy and your divine inheritance. Or if it was somebody who was trying to keep you away from your counterpart, I get meanwhile, as I was saying, that's what I get. Okay? I'm sorry, honey. Sorry for that interruption. You were saying, hon? What were you saying, sweetheart? Right. Do you feel me? It's interesting because here, she's well seated within the self. They say that a stone at a distance, she's meditating, a stone at a distance gets dislodged. It drops to the ground and makes a loud sound. That's what they say here. And she looks at it temporarily, to see what was that. And then she turns her head back, says nothing, turns her head back and continues what the fuck she was doing. You dig it? That's what they say in this card. That's what I feel you're doing, children of God, to whatever this chaos theory thing was. That somebody tried to change destinies or switch your timeline or something like that. And what they did was they switched their timeline. Right. Now they're way over there when they had the chance to be right here at the spot. Do you feel me? Okay. And either now it's somebody else's spot, or the spot is no longer, that's not the spot is a different spot now. It's something is not as it was before because time, because the butterfly effect, because inter and multi-dimensional travel and outcomes based on what? Math. Somebody didn't do the math. Okay? Shout out to the Asian community, okay? We need you out here, people. We need you out here. All right? Fantastic. So, going on. Calm down. I'm sorry. I didn't finish the calm down thing. What I think is when they did the chaos theory thing, you might have freaked out or something. Yeah, you got your baseball bat and your crossbow. Oh, I understand. And you started getting creative. He was like, all right, now if that don't work, I'll get this pot. And what I'll do is, right? so you was doing that, just detecting a possible threat, right? Because chaos. And who's the author of chaos? Right? And confusion. So, you feel me? Right? So you didn't need to see the face. Right? You already know the frequency, children of God. Because who's knocking on my door without an appointment? Right. You don't know me that well, or you don't give a fuck about me. It's one of those two things. Because call before you come. Anybody? Right. Okay, cool. So, profound realization of self right here. Going after what you passionately want. And damn the rest. Right? Anybody, children of God? Because, isn't that how people went for what they passionately wanted in your life? Not everybody, but don't you find it popular that motherfuckers do shit and don't give a fuck how you feel about it? Now, that's not to discuss the times when somebody does something you don't approve of and you simply disagree, right? That's different. Okay, you still disagree. All right? No, I'm talking about the times when somebody does something and they legit don't give a fuck how you feel. Legit. You feel me? Like they're causing you real permanent consequence. Like it's casual and it's all good. Because they don't give a fuck too much about how it affects you. Right? So now your turn. It's your turn. Children of God. See? Round and round. Round and round. Goes around and it comes back around. So I don't know why they tried to stop you. Because that's for nothing. Because the winds of change are coming. And they come around on a regular occasion. Okay? Get off on your floor here. Because I still don't know what this might be for you. But I get the sensation that now you don't have to give a fuck about how they feel. Whoever they are. Now you can do just exactly whatever in the fuck you feel like doing, children of God. Whatever. Hello? Right. And now you don't have to worry about how they feel. So you should calm down because maybe you was freaking out and you thought it was a real problem. When it was just a message from God to let you know what time it is with this person or situation or this spot or this time or all of the above or this tower. Where's this tower coming from? God? Maybe the children of God was saying that. Okay, well, this tower is coming from somebody who was trying to change the timeline for you. Oh, what? Let me go get my baseball bat and my crossbow. And let me see what else I could come up with, too, while I'm at it. Well, the Creator says, no, OMG. Come on now. Calm the fuck down, says God. Come on. OMG, says God. Okay? Absolutely. I love it. Okay? God feels like, that's my kid right there. You know what I'm saying? Because look, the sun. That's why. The sun. Right? And in the traditional tarot, right? It's the joyful children, right? Look. That's my son. That's my kid. That's my daughter. Bloodline legacy. Like, look at that. Justice. Look at that. I'm so proud. Look. Shining. Shining. You got God shining. You got God shining. Proudly about you. Come on now. God, anything for you, God. Anything. Anything. Hello? Facts. Okay, now if God say jump off a bridge, now I'm going to talk it out with God, y'all, right? Like, because the devil's in the details. You know what I'm saying, God? Can we talk about this? All right? But ultimately, you and I both know anything. You feel me? Because for what? What else is there? What is more important, ladies and gentlemen? What the hell else is more important to have than God's love and approval? I mean, that is the key to the abundant future. So if you really bout that bread, hello? If you really bout that bling, this is the bling maker. That's the bling creator right there. Absolutely. Fantastic. Profound realization of self. That's what you was giving God. You demonstrated that to God. Okay? That you understand the location of the path. You understand the assignment. I want to say you understand the assignment, children of God. See, loss is not defeat. Let's bring it into the children of God. Okay? Instead of us, them. Let's get away from that for a second. Okay? There's that dynamic. Okay? Let's not, be naive. However, let's pull it in to the most humble space we can get it into, right? I feel like you took a loss. That was indeed God facilitating that loss, not necessarily perpetuating it, you know what I mean? But allowing it. And to some degree, orchestrating it, right? And perhaps you might have been perplexed, because wasn't I perplexed at the beginning of this reading? Maybe there was some sort of, why is this happening? Or why did you do that? Or what the hell is it about me that makes people think? Or, you know what I mean? It might have been one of those. And loss is not defeat. I get the sensation this is accumulation. This is not necessarily one incident, but incidents like that come back with this frequency. And an accumulation of them. That's possible, that's possible. Get off on your floor. The way you handled it is what you were being, I guess I could say tested, but I don't want to get you hype, calm the fuck down, all right, But that's essentially what it is, kind of a test. And you apparently passed with flying colors, even though you might have scars to show for it, or you might have gotten hurt, during whatever it was. But the way you handled it, God is proud of this. So whatever you think like it was a test, it wasn't real, it was a simulation, right? And your mind makes it real, right? Is what we learn. So you got to get out here and you got to bend the spork, okay? No, I know you thought you knew what I was going to say, right? No, you got to bend the spork. That's for poor people. That's for poor people. So for instance, right? Right? Okay, and that's without judgment, okay? Because I'm not a capitalist on that level, right? So I don't think that your, character quality goes with the amount of money you have. My mind doesn't work like that. So anyhow, bend the spork, right? So that's for poor people. So like analogous, like to speak to the analogy of it, if you find it difficult to imagine at the scale that another person can, like we did discuss the higher ranking members of the priesthood, so that is not to say that the ones at the lower ranking are less than or less important. They are the future of the high ranking council. You know what I'm saying? They are the future. So obviously they're important. But as you're moving into the priesthood understanding and your understanding of yourself as a practitioner, you have to come away from your common understanding as a regular person. So that's what the lower people are dealing with. They're dealing with those early classes, Psych 101, the basics, that sort of thing. And you might be in this scenario, whatever scenario this is for you, you might be so advanced that there's kind of a language barrier. I want to say language barrier. There's things are lost in translation. I want to say that. Okay, so I get the sensation, stay in your lane, You know, even though there was some challenges where you did have to solve some problems, but you had to solve them without having all the information. You had to solve them without being able to do the best approach. Just like our girl here with the, she's getting whatever she's got. She's got a crossbow, but she feels like she needs something else. I got the baseball bat, I got the crossbow. Maybe she had to put her sword down like we did a couple of readings ago, last month or some shit. And she was like, okay, no sword. All right. So let me do the crossbow, the baseball bat, and let's get this pot. I don't know what the pot is for. I really don't know. What do you do with the pot? I know it's made of iron. Hello? Right. Okay, so we'll figure it out. And that's how you handled it, children of God. You know what I mean? You was like, okay, I'll figure my way through this, whatever. But maybe you was getting hyped. Like, why is this happening to me? Why do I have to figure this shit out? Or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Okay, but I'm just saying, hear me and feel me for best results. And so maybe, that was peripheral to the problem solving that was imminent. God is proud of you. God didn't expect you to have all the answers. God didn't expect you to do everything, exactly perfectly right, because things were removed so you couldn't do it, so that you would be at a disadvantage. It was Hunger Games. It was the Iron Chef on purpose. You feel me? So now you're hype about the results and your grades, maybe, or why you were even being tested. Why am I even tested? I'm an upperclassman. You know what I'm saying? I'm an alumnus, as a matter of fact. I'm an alum. And so why am I being tested? I'm not in class. I'm just here for the lecture and the after party, at the local fraternity, sorority. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to take a fucking test, bro. Is the sensation that I get, And so that's the sensation I get, that you took a test and it was like some sort of inside out kind of test, like The Game with Michael Douglas. Anybody? Or The Truman Show. It was kind of blended, like a fake world and a real world, and Narnia and reality, and it was weird. It was multi-dimensional. It was interdimensional and multi-dimensional, and you had to figure out where you were located. I get the sensation. Well seated within the self-possessed. Not demon-possessed, self-possessed. Okay? Then you got to take it a step further. Well, what do you stand for? Where do you put your sword of truth at? Oh, I know where. Children of God. Justice. That's where. That's where I put my sword down at. It's safe with justice. You feel me? You could take the sword and then hang something on this side, hang something on that side. The scales. Do you feel me? Hello? We can get creative about this thing. All right? So maybe somebody tried to steal the whole scale out of the hall of judgment. Maybe they tried to just commandeer the entire scale, and the children of God are like, oh my God, the scale from the hall of justice, oh my God, like that certainly is worthy of freaking out. If you ask me, okay, absolutely. That would make me get my baseball bat. Anybody? Absolutely. The baseball bat is for close quarters, okay, and then obviously the crossbow is if if you got yourself a runner, you know what I mean. You dig it? You just tune into your inner Okosi, the hunter, and handle that. So, for whatever that's worth, get off on your floor. Let's find out how to seal it up, and wrap it up. Profound realization of self. Okay, somebody didn't know how to get what they wanted. Somebody thought they couldn't get what they wanted. Somebody thought they lost what they wanted. Somebody thought they were just playing. Oh shit. And you're not playing. And you don't play generally. not with the law. And I mean of the universe, y'all. You know what I mean? Somebody was playing with the law. See? They tried to change the timeline or make some sort of amendment to the contract or without your knowledge. I get the sensation. And what they did was they slipped through a wormhole and ended up across the fucking galaxy from you, children of God. And that's facts. Hello? Right. So they thought they could do something. I get the sensation without being solid, because here is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles puts it down. Okay, so I'm getting a resonance. The cards don't correlate in their meaning, but there's resonance between them here today. All right, because he puts it down, and then I was talking about putting the sword down, like in the ground, establishing a truth. Somebody didn't establish a truth, and so now it's not true. What's the problem? You didn't make it true, or it never was true. Get off on your floor. It depends on who you're dealing with. A lover, enemies, exes, I don't know. Okay, children, parents, I don't know. Whatever it is, somebody didn't put it down. They didn't go after what they passionately wanted. They didn't make up their mind. They weren't well seated within the self. They didn't know what they wanted. They didn't decide what they wanted, or they didn't say what they wanted. Get off on your floor. You know? And so they don't have it. And then maybe they're freaking the fuck out. And maybe they're freaking the fuck out instead of solving the problem. I don't know. I mean, I have seen people freak out about problems, and I mean for years they'll just leave it on freak out status and never resolve it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You know, God bless everybody. You know, I'm sure there's something we've all done that about. I could think of a few things I've done that about, you know, that just have to do with myself, you know. So, you know, it's like that. So I don't know that this person is necessarily evil. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're evil. But they might have been playing with some real serious shit though. And now there's permanent consequences, very real consequences for them. For them. That's the important thing to mention here, for them. Because justice, abundant future, facing your fears, supported, well supported by the earth and the ancestors. And by the way, yourself, because you're standing up for yourself. Right? You're standing up not just for yourself, but you see the line. You see the line of energy. Down here, you're standing up for yourself against a possible threat, supported by the ancestors, supported by the earth. Because this is an earth card. Then bloodline legacy. Right? What we're doing here on earth. How we got to the earth. Hello? Ancestors supporting us. That's how we got to the earth. Right. Okay. So, law, fairness, balance, justice. This is righteous. Righteous. It's classic. Classic righteousness. Then, with the God's grace shining, this is textbook righteousness right here. Textbook. It's goody with two shoes. Hello? Right. Absolutely, children of God. It's goody with two shoes. That's you. You goody with two shoes, children of God. All right, so right here, this could be an apology as well, because this is giving a peace offering or making peace or calling a truce. I did talk about a contest of some sort. Maybe somebody was competing with you instead of loving you. Lover's card. You know? They were trying to hurt you, harm you, fool you, change you, make you think they stole something, panic you. It's kind of like in New York City. Shout out to everybody who knows what time it is in New York City. In New York City, growing up, taking the subway. One of the things some people like to do who play too much and who like to take the chance on getting their ass bust would, like, if people lean over the track to see if the train is coming, and they'll like push you but hang on to you so you don't fall, kind of thing, but you don't, you don't know any of that until it's all over. You know what I'm saying? Because to you, you're about to fall to your death, possibly, inside the train tracks, because many people have died, and many people do die, by mistake and on purpose, getting hit by trains in New York City. An alarming amount of motherfuckers. Okay, just FYI side note. But yeah, like they'll like push you real quick, like, okay, and then try to grab you like a practical joker, like a hazing, like how the fraternities haze and things like that. It's that kind of practical joker kind of get your jaw broke playing too much type of shit. Like a character like that. Somebody who need to be punched in the face in life. Anybody know this guy? You know what I mean? Lady, girl, guy, whoever it is. For you, I get the sensation it was that. Because look, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. No thanks. Right? No thanks. I mean, lovely. Lovely young man. Don't get me wrong. Lovely young man. Nothing against that guy. All right? But King of Pentacles. Come on. Stop playing. Stop playing. Be serious. Ain't nobody got time for this. Grown women don't give a fuck about none of this Knight of Wands bullshit. Ladies, could you tell them? You could be cute as you want to be. Hello? That shit is not exciting. For longer than 10 minutes. It is a little bit exciting. It is. But it doesn't last that long. Ladies, right? I'm talking about minutes. I'm not exaggerating. Minutes. Okay, so you really have to be a man of substance, a man of facts, or a person of facts. Get off on your floor, because I don't know that this is a man. I was just saying that because it's the Knight of Wands. What did I just do? That was deep. Did you just see me do that? That was deep. I was not present while I was doing that. I was talking to you, and I was imagining looking at you and talking to you. That's interesting. So we're going to read that. We're going to read that because that was weird. That just happened. It feels like almost by itself, right? Okay. So obviously that's a meaningful thing. Okay. So what's happening here? Okay. Okay. So I'm getting the sensation that something changed. And that's why someone needs to calm the fuck down. I feel that this is not you, children of God, or this is splitting us into different factions of the priesthood. Like there's different children, because, we're not all the same. You know what I mean? We have to have a space where we can disagree, with some finesse, with some tact, with some compassion, because we're not all the same. And we don't need that to turn into a conflict inside the sanctity of our priesthood. All right. And I mean that in the more larger, worldly sense of children of God and others. I get the sensation, though, it's not your turn to calm the fuck down. Even though on the pedestrian level, solving small problems stopping chaos theory. That's another thing I'm getting right now. Stopping chaos theory. Maybe you feel like things are getting out of control. Okay, let's go to that floor. Things are getting out of control. They're getting out of hand, or they're getting away from you. Let's talk about that. Okay. I get the sensation with that you can calm the fuck down in those instances about chaos theory getting started for you, and I mean that more on the things that you're in charge of, like not other people, but stuff. It could include other people, but it's stuff you're in charge of that I'm referring to right now in terms of you calming the fuck down and managing what you're in charge of. These are your protocols. So for instance, what I mean by that is when it's time to get to work, you don't have time to look over at your partner and see what they're doing, or look over at, your neighbor and see what they're doing. And sometimes you just have to work it all out. You have to just do it all. You know what I mean? And by all, like I said, your teammates might be there, on the ship in different locations, let's say, doing different shit. But everybody needs to be doing the shit that they're supposed to do for this ship to go forward successfully. It's that sort of thing. And then you're in your little spot, in your little, assigned spot, and you can't ask any questions to anyone. You are the leader of your spot. You are the captain and the emperor and the empress of your little section and your little area of life, or the boat, or the operation, or the business, or whatever that it is. So calming down, it's up to you to do that. So for instance, the fact that you come here and you come behind the black veil is part of your self-management routine. That's meaningful. And by the way, I'm thankful to be of service if and when I am. You feel me? To the worthy. Children of God, amen. Do you feel me? To the worthy. Because this practical joker business, no, jokes have to be sophisticated. Jokes have to be sophisticated and intelligent. All right? It can be silly, but fear isn't funny. Fear isn't really funny. I mean, there's very little fear that leaves room for acceptable laughter. Like if it was a little bit of fear and it wasn't much, you were pretty much detached, but you made a really funny face, that's acceptable to laugh at. But if somebody was truly and seriously afraid or they, not necessarily that they're like, oh, the monster's coming, but, fear takes many forms. You don't have to be screaming your head off to be afraid, right? When you're afraid, maybe you become extremely dangerous. Hello? Anybody? Right. So you went and got your crossbow and your baseball bat, and maybe it was just somebody trying to, jump out and spook you, and you actually loved this person, but you shot them between the eyes because their dumbass thought they could jump out a dark closet when you thought you were alone in the house. That sort of thing. The tiresome young-ass humor. Anybody? I didn't even like that shit when I was a kid. I gotta tell you, y'all, I was never into that. That fear play. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make ourselves afraid and, only a little bit. Only if we're like a little bit afraid. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll play. But real serious fear where you think your life is in danger and there's a threat, a serious threat, to where you're thinking, how can I protect my life? That's not a game. That's not funny. You feel me? And that's the sensation that I get. That's the wormhole somebody slipped through. I swear to God, I feel like that's what happened. And they ended up across the universe from you, when I get the sensation you might have been close, or you might have felt close or felt connected. And now you feel like you're at a huge distance from one another. And maybe this person is just waking up to realize, wait, where did you go? I'm way the fuck over here where I was in the first fucking place. Where did you go? Hello? Somebody slipped through the mirror. Trying to mess with you. Trying to make you think something was trying to grab you, and kill you through the mirror or some shit. And they fucked around and got stuck on the other side of that motherfucking mirror is what happened. That's what it looked like here. Okay? That's what I'm saying. See, this is solid. These are two solid things happening. This is solid emotion because this is an emotion card. Like you feel grounded. You feel solid or established or stable. And then here, the maintenance. Maintaining stability, maintaining peace, maintaining comfort, surety, assurance, reliability, responsibility. That's right. Fact. Who are you really is what I want to say. Who are you really? That's why, that's another thing. When people joke before they know you well. Before they know you well, they're, being adventurous in their humor. Real fucking adventurous. Taking the chance on really fucking offending you. Why? Because they didn't find out who you really are. Why? Why not? Let's put the cards back. Well, because there was no mutual respect. Now, while they might have tried to alarm you, play with you, create chaos theory or scare you into creating it yourself. Whatever was the illusion was the illusion. But what was real was the disrespect. That's what was real. You feel me? What was real? This young ass energy. Moving without the necessary self-mastery. Not knowing what you want. What kind of outcome are you looking for? And how do you know you're going to get it? Based on what? Math? Somebody didn't do the math. Master of the head. Master. You want to be the master? You got to be good at math. Okay? Shout out to the Asians. All right? Who teach the whole human family, you had best to be good at math if you want to learn to live on this planet. Anybody? Okay? Because this is earth energy. Okay? Earth energy, earth energy, earth energy. Okay? Now, what I'm getting out of this is manifestation. This is messy. That's what chaos theory is. Because calm the fuck down at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter what none of this is in terms of calming the fuck down. Like you're freaking out is not going to improve the problem. It's not going to get you there faster. It's not going to change the distance from the destination or nothing. The protocols don't change. The scale is the law. Offerings need to be made in order to balance the scale, if it's imbalance, if that's the situation, right? I assume so because the loss, right? Or we got to rebuild and put a new scale or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the problem needs to be fixed, and it will be fixed faster if you calm the fuck down. Look like here. All right, so let's get deeper because, I mean, that's kind of general. So I hope you got something out of that, but I need to get deeper and look under the hood. So like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on your way out. Pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom over at Amazon. Make sure you're out here discriminating wisely. And I will see you again here soon, party people, behind the black veil.